Pam McCoy with Coldwell Banker, and I'm here today with James Clark of Nation Star Mortgage. Hi, James.
Hi, Pam.
So, when people are getting ready to purchase a home or they're in the process of purchasing a home, there's some important tips that we need to make sure that our buyers know about. And one of them is about buying a car versus leasing a car. Does it matter if you do, is it okay if you just go lease a car while you...
No, it actually isn't, because us as a lender, what we're going to do is pull your credit report, and we have to look at the total debts that you have. And if you're out shopping for a home, and we told you you're qualified for a certain amount, and then you go purchase something, well, you just changed our ratios and our numbers. And ratios, how we explain it is, we take your gross income divided by your total debt, and in order to qualify you, we have to be within a certain percentage.
So leasing affects that also?
Yes, leasing and buying is almost the same thing to us.
Now what about, I have some money in this account, I have some money in that account, can I just put it all in one little bank account?
We ask you not to. Don't start transferring money, because unfortunately nowadays with the Patriot Act, we have to verify everything. So if you start transferring funds from one account to another, we're going to ask for those statements. So keep all your money in one spot. And if you get cash for something, if you got lucky and went to casino and won $1,000, don't put it in your bank account. We have to verify that money, and it's just not something we want to do, and it can get cumbersome. So just pay some bills and live off of it, but please, no cash deposits with that.
So they'll be asking questions, and all of a sudden $1,000 came from nowhere.
Exactly.
And that could create a red flag.
Exactly, because there's different loan guidelines where you're not allowed to get money from a family member for a certain type of loan, and all of a sudden you have $1,000 deposit. They're going to want to know where that came from.
Right. So I've been thinking about maybe changing jobs. Would that be okay if I did that when we're getting ready to buy a home?
Not necessarily. I can tell you, talk to the lender first. If it's a job where you're going to get a raise and you're going to have at least one paycheck stub before the closing, then yes, it can happen. But if you don't talk to the lender and put a plan together, it might derail the whole transaction.
So really, whatever you're going to do that has to do with your personal life, and you're going to be buying a home, you really need to contact your lender and make sure that it's okay.
Exactly.
That it's not going to affect the purchase.
Let your lender tell you what you need to do. They talk to the underwriters. The underwriters are going to tell them what they always want to see, so they should be able to guide you through the process.
So I'm really excited about purchasing a home, and myself, if I was the buyer, I know I'm going to buy furniture, and I have the $10,000 put aside to buy new furniture for the whole house. So can I just go and order it and put my down payment on it now?
No, I never recommend anything, because as long as I've been in the business, anything can happen with a transaction. It might not be you as the buyer, it might be the seller. So please don't do anything until you actually get that key.
What about, you can do these free credit reports, and we wonder what our credit score is. So it's free, so why not just go do it myself?
Well, as a lender, if you want a copy of your credit report, when I run it, I will give you a copy. So if you want to run credit after the fact, just beware, we're going to see that, and we're going to wonder if you're applying at other places, if you're applying for credit cards, if you're applying for cars, and we're going to be on the lookout for any additional debt, because we have our formulas in place that we have to stick to.
Well, does it matter if I'm looking at other lenders and having my credit report pulled many different places?
No, it does not. You should look at other lenders. You should always get comparison. It's your money. Make us work for you. That's what it comes down to. Make us give you the best deal. A lot of lenders will say, don't let other people run your credit. Again, if you go to myfico.com, frequently asked questions, it will tell you mortgage inquiries, multiple mortgage inquiries within a month is okay and will not affect your score. What affects your score is if you come to me, apply for a mortgage, and the very next day apply for a credit card, apply for a car, something like that. It's different types of credit, and then it looks like you're trying to get credit everywhere. That affects your score.
Oh, okay, great. So if I was the home buyer and I have a Macy's bill and a Nordstrom bill and my Visa card, what about if I just consolidate all that onto my Visa card?
No, again, we don't want to do that because when you meet with me as a lender, we paint the picture, we have a complete picture, and we have that approval for you as a loan. We just don't want to change those items.
So I know that when I, as the buyer, when I get ready to have a loan, you're gonna ask for my tax returns, you might ask for copies of savings reports. And I think that we get anxious when we're maybe relocating to get everything packaged up. So we probably want to talk about what you need to have and make sure that we don't package those financial papers.
Yeah, I think anytime when you speak to a lender, I know I personally do it, once you get approved through me, I will give you a list of items that I'm going to want to have. And if you have a bankruptcy, divorce, alimony, anything like that, we want to make sure that you don't pack those items. Put them in a box and put them away. Because if you do, and they could be on a truck from Omaha, to here, and we need those items and you haven't given those to them, it could delay your closing. And trying to get copies from a lawyer back east or from the IRS can take 7 to 10 days sometimes. So once you get a list from your lender of what you will need, keep those items separate and always on you. Keep them in a separate folder so you always have them available to you.
Great, James. So if you're getting ready to purchase a home or you're in the process of purchasing a home, these are great tips to remember. Don't put any cash deposits into your accounts that you can't verify. Don't go out and buy or lease a car. Don't move assets around. Don't change jobs. Don't buy any furniture. Don't run your credit report. Don't consolidate your bills. And make sure you have all your financial papers ready for your lender. And if you have any questions, give me a call or talk to your lender. I'm Pam McCoy with Coldwell Banker. My phone number is 916-865-8759. Thank you, James.